All right, guys, on this week's Land Beat, we are going step-by-step directions with the landowner in the field, small-scale TSI projects to show you exactly how we'd implement TSI on this property. All right, guys, it is early February. We're out getting ready to do a TSI project. This is a smaller scale unit, something that's very applicable to most landowners. We're doing a lot of it with the hack and squirt technique, but follow along with us as you're gonna see what trees we're leaving, why we're leaving them. We'll learn about the trees that we're getting rid of and the best way to address a small unit like this that we're managing specifically for a wild turkey. Being early February, these trees aren't gonna green up that we're killing, but the plan is to also come back and do a prescribed fire just ahead of turkey season. Remove the leaf litter, prep the site for the more sunlight that's gonna be coming through here during the growing season. That is gonna release a lot of great bugging opportunities. And as you can tell, there's some great roost sites on this ridgetop. So it should be a great project to improve turkey hunting between now and turkey season. But this can be done in a half hour, an hour project on this 8-acre little site. So follow along, let us know what you think in the comments below and how you might do this on your property. And one hack for every 3 inches in diameter. If there's any question, give it another hack.
Okay.
That's like, I'm gonna hack that thing probably 5 or 6 times.
So why wouldn't you just do the whole, just the 1 inch, just the zzz,
right?
What is that called? It's
That's girdle and spray.
Girdle and spray.
This is where, if we're coming to spend a whole day here,
yeah,
everyone's chapped up, helmets on, this and that, and I'm running that small saw.
Yeah. On
bigger trees. I like hack and squirt on anything that's 6-8 inches and less.
Okay.
Because I can go and girdle that thing faster.
Yes.
Than I can.
It's a speed thing. It's not.
It's all about speed.
It's not an efficiency thing.
It's going to kill the tree the same way.
That's what I'm saying. Efficiently, it's killing it.
So depending on that
yeah,
species composition in here,
yeah,
it matters which technique then you do.
Yeah.
Right. So can he kill it with that? Absolutely. But we're going to encounter this hickory right there. That's 2 hacks. Bam, bam, done. This is 4 hacks. And we're moving through.
That's a whole big, that's easier just to done
right.
it. Yeah.
Right. So when evaluating like which trees are being taken out of the light TSI stand, and this is specifically be really from a turkey management standpoint on this ridge, is when we look up at this hickory, we know, okay, hickory, it's not producing mast for turkeys, but it's directly competing with that white oak, that beautiful white oak right here. It's underneath the canopy, underneath the drip line. I don't need it.
So you definitely want to get rid of that to create that. Now you're saying drip line, you're looking at the farthest branches, or is it kind of a perfect circle, or is it kind of working with the branches?
It's working with the branches. Not every leaf tree is going to have the perfect roundest canopy.
That's what I'm,
But if it's in direct line, underneath of existing limbs, it's gone. Because that means there's root systems of that tree that we're keeping underneath
here.
Really?
So where limbs are going, roots are going too?
The ground is a mirror. So what you're seeing above ground is mirrored below ground.
I never knew that. I thought trees just grew out from the bottom, that was it.
So if there's competition above ground, it's competition below ground. So this one's not only competing for sunlight,
roots,
but root system, exactly. So soil nutrients, water, everything.
That makes it a lot more clear. I never would have I never knew that.
No. But you can, this is what you visually see, but you just know underneath, same thing.
I like that, so it's a mirror. So you're thinking a mirror, so like,
Just all underneath your feet. Easy no-brainer. That hickory, that's really right on the edge. Its sunlight's reaching out kind of away from this oak. It's okay to leave that. That elm over there, that's in that open.
Crappy with all the crap going up the side of it. I'm
going to take that. And then I've got space between that hickory and then that, we're going to leave that hickory over there.
The Y up top?
Yep. But we got spacing big enough, right, between. Then go ahead, hack that.
It's like when you're squirting this right here, are you cutting this one as well? Or are you assuming this is going to get hit by the burn?
It's a shared root system.
So killing that will kill that?
Yeah. In an area where we're doing specifically turkey management, I'm just going to kill those things standing, right? We don't want too much excessive debris on the ground for mobility, turkeys moving in and out. But if from a deer standpoint, that's a favorable browse species.
Okay.
Over here on the other side, the medium TSI side, I'm probably going to drop some elm in there. It's going to re-sprout, have stump sprouting, excessive food in there. But I don't need that right here. And this is how we create differences.
You're working off what else is there.
Yeah.
You're not looking at this as just one little picture. It's the big picture of this slope, that slope, because they're moving everywhere.
And we want deer and turkey, right?
Yep.
But this ridge in particular, a lot of hard mass trees, good roosting location. There's limited roost spots on the property. Let's hammer this out from a turkey standpoint, overemphasize here, and we're gonna make up from the deer on that
Your
side.
roost spots are gonna be those hard timbers like that on the highest slopes around in the area.
Typically, good high vantage points, bigger timber.
Yep.
That's gonna favor.
Yeah.
And the clover plot right out there from a springtime standpoint.
Yeah.
Great strut zone.
Okay. Perfect.
Two of those close proximity. So then we got, okay, leaf tree, obviously big canopy.
Yep.
We've got these, this black oak here, white oak there.
That's just, you can tell from the colors, correct?
Yep, yep. Those are gone.
And that cedar is gone with the fire?
That cedar likely will,
Okay.
with fire.
That's why you don't touch those?
Yep. These three are all connecting.
So
Obviously,
you do a
they're all
hack
gonna
on
go.
each one of them?
You gotta do multiple hacks on each one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you treat each one like its own individual tree at this
Pretty
size?
much. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Here's another really favorable browse species tree for our area. This is flowering dogwood. This is all stump sprouting, right? And the reason it's stump sprouting is because it doesn't have a lot of sunlight to grow.
Okay.
So it's trying to, the root system's trying to make up for the lack that it doesn't have places to go up top. So it's like, try again.
So even though it's not cut, it's still trying to get stump sprouts to try and get
more sunlight, but the deer are hitting it and hammering it. This over there, again, cutting it. If you look up top.
Like hacking, you're hinging it, hinge cut
either,
or
either gonna,
full?
well, if it's in a bedding unit, perfect for a hinge. If it's over
using
here,
that as shelter.
structure. Yep.
Structure, okay.
And I'm gonna flush cut it on that side of the ridge. But if you look up top, you see all those buds? Those are terminal buds. That's what they're eating right now. If I were to cut this and put this on the ground, there'd be deer in here in the next couple of days eating the buds. The terminal ends right here.
Because they can't get up there.
Yeah,
So what are you doing with this?
reach.
You leave this?
I'm gonna leave this here.
Yeah.
From the cabin view up here, she's gonna like to see this flowered out in April.
Really? Okay.
Big white flowers.
Oh, wow. So you gotta take that into account too.
Gotta keep the aesthetics
Make it look
in mind.
pretty.
Yeah. Another hickory.
I agree.
That's your black oak, right?
Yeah.
This is part of the red oak family, so it's gonna have a different mast as your white oak is gonna have, right? So we want both early season hard mast as well as late season.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's just with it being darker,
Yeah.
black oak, red oak. Another good black oak there. Little
So you don't worry about canopies when you have these nice oaks that you want to keep. You let them kind of
They're
keep working.
co-dominant trees.
Yeah.
So they're going to do just fine together. They grew up like that
Obviously.
years and years,
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
They don't have the fullest canopies when we look up and evaluate,
Yeah.
but they're sharing the resource sunlight
Yeah.
pretty well.
Is that why you're seeing less down right here because of these are
Bingo.
dominating everything?
Bingo. You look up, you're like, well, it didn't have that much
You don't have that right there.
Correct. Exactly. This is a hackberry. It can die. And then this is your Carolina buckthorn understory, especially from a turkey standpoint. Sure, fire is going to top kill some of this. Guys, the bigger sprouts in here, as we talked over there, we're going to start getting heavy and hacking those ones to open this thing back up.
Yeah.
Let birds move through here.
So you just, those are just the one
That's one
slice.
hack.
Yeah, done.
Go.
You're hitting all those thicker ones like that.
Right. Here's your little sassafras. Those are gone.
Is there a more favorable time of year to do this?
Right now, you have to skip in this portion of the country mid-March to mid-May. But you're creating a hack in that cambium layer. All the resources are in the root system, and it's going to push herbicide
So
up and
it's
out.
not going to bring anything to the roots.
You got it. So any other time, it's cycling outside the dormant season.
Yeah.
The dormant season, everything's down there, and it's not cycling. So right now, when we're doing it, it's just taking it right to the root system.
So it's perfect. Yeah.
Shouldn't green up this year.
Ah. Yeah.
So that's the other thing. It's like what we're doing right now today, and if this is able to get burned ahead of turkey season, and this is a small 8-acre little unit in here, this is already that much better for turkey season.
Yeah.
That brush understory isn't going to be gone,
Yeah.
but we're at least going to have sunlight
Yeah.
and the leaf litter removed.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
bugging opportunities. It's going to clean up, again, this little buck brush and
This
understory.
whole shit right here is going to be, yeah.
It's going to turn into a turkey shoot. Turn into. And there is a post oak.
This guy?
That one right there. Yep, which is part of the white oak family. Just a different acorn, different timing on its mass production. I'm going to leave that hickory there. Leave you. All right, guys, as the crew's working back behind us, landowner and his friends are getting underway tackling the TSI project. What's really neat about this hardwood ridge is it's one of the most prominent ridges around here. And what it does is it leads out into a pasture field. But that pasture field is going to get converted into some old field throughout the spring. So we're gonna have herbicide on it and prescribed fire. But then also, as birds are roosting, these larger hard mass trees, specifically black oak and the white oak trees on this big ridge system, they're going to pitch down and walk right out into a newly established clover field. Right now, again, it's still pasture, but as it greens up in late February, March, herbicide application is going to be applied to that clover plot. Then we're going to go through and frost seed the clover into that stand. The hayfield is short from being cut last year, so we don't have to worry too much about burning that thatch off in this particular location, but we're combining all the best things from a turkey standpoint and turkey usage on this property into this small unit. We've got a predominant hardwood ridge, we have roost trees, we're cleaning out the mid-story, and we're going to be burning this portion of the timber where those birds are going to roost. But as this ridge gets broader and filters out to that clover plot, this all is going to be burned off. A wonderful place to loaf in the mixed shade and sun, bug, but also make their way out to the clover plot. A wonderful place to have a very pronounced dominant strut zone, which is something that we can find on topography features. We are able to look on aerial imagery and look at topo features to find out where common roost sites are going to be, but also matching that with, okay, if that's the roost site, where in close proximity is a strut zone going to be? A place that's open, a place that they can be seen, display that dominance. If that's in close proximity to a roost site and we're combining a burn on top of it, it's a high percentage opportunity that about 60, 70 yards that way is going to be a successful turkey hunt. Let's let it unfold as this gets managed this spring. So I'm pumped for this site. Guys, this is a bottle of herbicide, a hatchet, small 8-acre fire that can occur very easily. You don't have to have great big dozer fire breaks, blow it in with a leaf blower. This is very much accomplishable on any scale type project. This property is not just 8 acres, it's several hundred acres. But this kind of work still matters when you're able to match those habitat features with the topography features and the way birds are going to use this site. So I'm excited to see how April, May unfolds for this landowner, but I bet you they're going to find themselves here throughout that time frame.
You start cutting some?
I might jump over there and start cutting
There you
some
are.
cedars.
Mine don't look as good as Justin's, huh?
Where are you at?
Right.